We've spoken about people being nicer, coming as an international student. We've spoken about this thing. Okay, why do you think people always say like Vancouver, like, oh, it's more expensive because it's the most expensive city in Canada?
I mean, I think it's not just because we don't always compare everything from city to city, but I think it's just that we also just see how much it's gone up here. So you're like, it's super expensive because we know it didn't used to be, and so it's just harder that way. Because houses didn't. A really bad house didn't used to cost $1 million, and I mean now it's like a shack costs $1 million. So it's hard for people that have lived here, especially because you're seeing it happen. So I mean, and it is like quite comparable, at least if not higher than some of the other bigger cities in
I came to Canada 2012 January. So basically, I think Vancouver always branded itself as being an elitist upper class city.
Yeah, well, it's been trying.
Do you get what I'm trying to say? It's the LA of the States. So it's always like, even like when you look at companies that's like coming, it's more like tech companies.
Yeah, that's what we're trying for now. Yeah.
It's going towards being like the LA of the States. Mm-hmm. So I feel like all that, and then there are a lot of Asians. Mm-hmm. Specifically Chinese people that have come here, and a lot of them invest in real estate. Yeah, a lot of like money laundering, money trafficking, money. So it's because I researched it at some point last year when I was trying to move. Why is housing so expensive? A lot of them, this is why they invest the money, because they can't invest in their country. So that also increased. Vancouver is the only city I've been to in Canada that everywhere you turn to, everyone is driving a BMW, a Porsche, a Lamborghini, a Ferrari, or a Bentley.
Not me. But yeah, I know, it is.
Have you worked on this road?
Oh, yeah.
Town?
I know.
Anytime I'm coming up from the station, I think, okay, in my building, in Vancouver, actually, trash is underground. In Ottawa, Toronto, you always have one trash room, one garbage room on your floor.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I just think because there's no space in Vancouver. I don't know.
No.
It's just
I'm not really sure why.
I don't know. But anytime I go downstairs towards parking, oh my god, every car I see there.
Yeah.
A Ferrari, a Porsche, a Lamborghini, a BMW, a Mercedes. BMW and Mercedes are like the cheapest.
Yeah, if you want to call them cheap. Exactly.
They are the cheapest.
Relatively
So
cheap.
I think the people and the city has just always branded itself as that. Mm-hmm. I find that there are more luxury stores in Vancouver than there are even in Toronto. Like they have the same ones, but I think they probably have more branches or they carry more things. Like you have the Bay carrying a whole lot of things anyway. You have Nordstrom carrying a shitload of things. Like Nordstrom carries YSL, but there's an actual YSL store also in Nordstrom. Yeah, and they're like, you go down like Propsy.
Well, Alberni. So Alberni is now what they're turning into, like the luxury.
You find like a lot of like luxury stores like VCA. There are like 3 Van Cleef and Arpels stores.
Yeah, that's brand new. Yeah, there's a new Van Cleef that's on.
Yeah, there are a lot. Like it's just. So, they're just everything. Like, I don't think there's a luxury item you're looking for.
You won't find
it. You're not going to find it in Vancouver. Let's start with that. Like, a lot of people drive Teslas as well.
Yeah, there's quite a few of them.
There's quite a few of Teslas. So, that most people drive a luxury car. And so, I think it's just, the city has always been branded as a more expensive city. And with that, and the people that have the spending power. Because people have the spending power.
Yeah, that's why I think it's attractive. And that's why you're getting those kind of brands that are coming here.
Yeah,
because that's the clientele.
And because there are also a lot of Russians in Vancouver, which are also richer people, like Russians, Chinese people. I think so.
Well, I think the other thing, too, is like, in general, when you get people coming from other countries, the ones that are able to afford to move here are the ones that are the wealthy.
Yeah.
Exactly. So it does. Yeah. I would say it's more so that than just like an entire class that just happens to have a lot of money. It's just they had the opportunity to come here and they chose Vancouver because we are branded as one of the best places in the world to live. It's just actually a lot.
It's pretty. It's safe.
Yeah.
It's the weather's
never not
amazing.
Felt safe.
Transportation is beautiful. It's clean. Very clean.
Yeah, after being in LA a few months back, it's clean here.
Have you ever been to Toronto downtown?
And it's been a long time, so I can't remember, but
It's dirty. Ugh.
Yeah, that's like a big thing. I mean, honestly, the biggest selling point I think for Vancouver is just that it's a relatively small city, but it still has a city feel. But you have everything at your fingertips. We have the beach. We could go to the beach in like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
We could go skiing in the mountains in about 10 minutes. Like, it just, you've got everything at your fingertips here. And especially if you're like an outdoorsy kind of person, like, there's never not something to do.
No matter your type of person, you find your niche in Vancouver.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I guess that's it. And people are not as nice, but do I prefer Vancouver to the East Coast? Yes, I do. I prefer Toronto. I prefer it all the way.
Because we're not as cold.
One, weather. Two,
yeah.
It's cleaner.
Mm-hmm.
It's safer. There isn't too much of everything.
Yeah, I feel like, and I also think the other, I don't know if you noticed this too between like Toronto and here, is that I find that it doesn't have as big of a city feel because it is like our downtown core is very tiny here. So like I don't feel like a small fish in a big pond kind of situation as much because it is smaller. Like you bump into people you know regularly because it's not that big. Whereas I feel like a city like Toronto, like you just sort of, it's easier to feel lost because there's so many people, such a big city.
But then another thing I think people need to consider is when people come to Vancouver, they only consider Vancouver. They need to understand that Vancouver is made up. It's a tri-city. So it's Vancouver, Burnaby, Surrey, and actually Richmond. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Richmond's huge right now. Yeah. It's the downtown core is actually very small. You can walk it in like 20 minutes. Like it's 30 to, okay, we'll give it 30
an hour.
No way. Like just downtown here?
You're coming from Main Street.
Okay, well, no, not
Stadium.
Just down, like, I'd say if you're going to walk...
West Georgia.
Let's say if you're going to walk from Yaletown to Gastown, like...
Okay.
It's easy 30 minutes.
No, it's like 40 minutes.
Okay, fine. If we're in Wande's shoes and we're high heels...
It's like 20. No, because my nail tech is in Gastown.
Yeah.
And I found an easier way to walk. You're just going to walk back here, turn into Kiefer.
Yeah.
There's like a bridge.
Go through down there.
Yeah. And then that takes you to Gastown.
Yeah. So it's really easy to get around here because it is such a small downtown core. Whereas opposed to most cities, like you would have to take a bus or you'd have to drive or something. So that's kind of nice too. Like you can literally just walk to the beach, then you can walk through there into town.
I feel like in Toronto, when they say downtown, they just consider a couple of blocks though.
That's it?
Yeah.
Really?
I don't think so. So I feel like
maybe they assume the same way as us.
Because when you say downtown, you're starting to talk from like Main Street, like what the station is, Science World, coming down here into like Stadium, going Yaletown, Yaletown, going into like Granville, going all the way into like Waterfront, which covers Gastown, and like West Hastings, and then when you're leaving downtown, if you live in East Hastings.
Okay, well then you're starting
I feel like
further.
Downtown Vancouver is pretty.
That's fair.
It's pretty big, like.
Yeah, like, and that's the thing. Like, if you talk about like just the downtown core versus
but you're coming
to the.
I think what you should say is if you're referring to just the entertainment and fashion district.
Yeah, for the most part,
that
and then residential.
Yeah, but when you're going to consider everything like the residential buildings and everything, it's quite big.
Yeah, no, it's a decent size, but like you want to see like LA, and you're just like
in like Waterfront.
Yeah,
it's quite big. But if you're just talking about the entertainment and like shopping district, then those are like maybe 5 blocks. But that's it. Because it's just Burrard and Granville, right?
Yeah. That's your like real central area. But yeah, I mean, it's got that smaller city feel without which is nice because you feel like it's easier to get around.
And the thing about Vancouver that's very different from the East Coast is so I find that when you're living in like a building like mine, if something happened to my apartment right now. So let's say my bathroom just gets broken and water is rushing out.
Oh, yeah, stuff like that.
Concierge can't help me. The management can't help me. I have to call my landlord who doesn't live in Vancouver.
Oh, right. That's because, someone else that owns this apartment. Okay, yeah. So
and I find,
mine.
But like, even like my friend's building is that way as well.
Mm-hmm.
So, but like in the East Coast, you just go down to concierge. And they come upstairs. The only reason why concierge will come and help me is if that water now goes boom into the hallway, that's their property. Then they will come and they will just try to stop you from getting into the hallway. If they can keep the water in my apartment, they'll bill and tell my landlord to come through. So that's crazy. So say even if I go out and I lose my key.
You're on your own.
Concierge doesn't have an extra key to give to me. They have to get the landlord to give me the extra key.
Yeah. So
which is pretty crazy because in other words, it's just always so convenient. Like if something's broken, I'll just be like, call downstairs, come upstairs and fix it. But now it's like, speak to my landlord. That's such a busy man, doesn't live in my city, time difference. But he has like a property manager or something. And then, but that one lives all the way in like New West or Coquitlam. And then that one comes, it's just a whole lot. Like I would rather just go downstairs.
Well, so if that's the case, if that's like a big concern for you, then when you're looking for an apartment, go with a company like Hollyburn. Hollyburn is one in Vancouver that's got a ton of apartments, especially like in the West End. So that's an actual company. They own the whole building. So when you have something that goes wrong, you call the landlord. They literally live in your building. So they're there and they're always on call. So at least that way you know that if something goes wrong, like they're there.
Because I found that very strange. It's like even when I first moved in and I was like, because I didn't see the apartment, right? My friend was one that said, I was like, it's a good choice. But they were even like, I was like, can you show me like what the gym is and where the like rooftop is and where the party room is? They're like, that's not our duty. You're like manager or like the apartment manager of the landlord shall show me that. And I was like, okay, so they just gave me the floor of what it is, but they didn't take me there because they literally don't do shit.
Wow, they really won't. Wow, I'm surprised. So so if you need that extra like little, like you want to feel like you've got that support, make sure you're with a company that owns the whole building as opposed to.
And in Vancouver, your recycle room, your garbage room is not on your floor.
No,
repeat.
I've never heard of that. That's interesting.
It's in parking, which is annoying because I don't want to be going to parking every 2 days. So I literally just store it in my balcony. Yeah, and then once it's big, take it all downstairs because I don't want to go downstairs every day.
Well, especially if you don't have a car. Like for me, like if I'm going in my car, you take it, you drop it in, like it's fine. But yeah, if you don't, it's definitely a little bit of a convenience to have to go out there then.
Yeah, so we said everything, I guess. Apartments.
Gotcha. There you go. All good.
Thank you. I think we've pretty much covered a whole lot of it living in Vancouver. I love it. It's amazing. Looking for jobs in Vancouver, actually. That's one area we've not covered.
If you're looking, a good route to go. I mean, of course, nowadays you can go online and there's plenty of websites you can search, but you can also find like recruitment agencies, and a lot of them don't charge for you to like make an application. It's the companies that pay to be a part of it. So the companies use them to find the right people. So I did use one of those back when I was looking for jobs.
That's kind of what that guy does.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like basically like you would go to them, you give your resume, and then if something comes up that they have a client that needs, then they recommend you.
Oh, so good.
It's worth checking out.
I'm trying out that because, as I said, I'm trying to get 9 to 5.
Yeah.
Inner me doesn't want to.
Yeah, I know. You're like you have a job.
But yes, I think I might go that route because I've been going through like Indeed, LinkedIn, and then
like those are your usual routes.
Would you consider it more difficult? Do you think a lot of people struggle to get jobs here?
It's that's hard to say because it A, depends on industry, and B, it goes like this. Like when I was graduating from university about 5 years ago, it was really tough. Like it was a really tough time here in general. Like it was people, I have friends that moved. Like they moved to other cities. They moved to Calgary because they were just like, we can't find something that we want here. But it's better now than it was then. So like, but it depends what industry. Like if you're a teacher right now, like, oh my God, the possibilities are endless. Like they're dying for teachers in Vancouver right now, like, or in Lower Mainland, I should say. So certain jobs, it kind of depends what it is because they go in those waves. But yeah, specifically, I know right now, if you're a teacher or want to be a teacher, great time to get in.
I don't think it's about the city. I think it's just more about what you're studying, what you're looking for, what you studied,
exactly,
what you're looking for, and just timing.
It does it exactly.
I have friends that moved to Toronto. Good grades, experience upon experience, and And it's almost a year after like graduation, and they still don't have nothing.
Yeah.
And I have people that moved and they do have something. And I have people that moved from Victoria back to Vancouver and they got something. And I have people that stayed in Vancouver and moved out because they didn't find anything. So I just think it's about timing. If you're one person that you need the job so badly and you can't wait a couple of months, then if you find something in like Calgary or Nanaimo or something, you're going to move. But if you're like, you know, taking it one day at a time, then you probably find something.
Yeah, it's good if you can give yourself a buffer. Like I've been telling like new graduates, people that have just graduated school, that it's good to sort of give yourself at least like 8 months. So make sure you've got enough money to support yourself for about 8 months or so, and take the time and find the right position. Now you don't feel like you have to grab the first thing, but it also means that if you're not finding anything, you're not panicked and stressed out because you know you're going to
survive. Yeah, because I was talking to my friend, I'm like, I can't believe you don't have a job because like you have like all A's, you had co-op, so you work every semester.
Yeah, that's the thing.
So
like,
outcome,
everything. Yeah.
And you're in Toronto, and they're like, Toronto's like a big place.
Yeah.
But it's like, what are you going to say about that one?
Well, and I mean, honestly, there's a lot more people out there like them, right? Like, there's lots of other people who have great grades and have great experience. So it also depends on how many people are out there like yourself who are all vying for that one, you know, dream job.
Yeah. So, oh no, there goes the wine. There goes the wine. So yeah, I would say we should save this for later.
Yeah, that's really now.
Yeah, I would say it just depends. Honestly, it's not like it doesn't depend on the city. And the thing I'm just going to advise people, international. I find a lot of international students always plan to come here for school.
Yeah.
But they don't complete school. They try to get a job and try to get a work permit, and then
doing it all at once.
That shouldn't be your plan. And don't listen to anyone that tells you to do that, because immigration, they're getting more strict as the day goes by. And
honestly,
you're
talking about not like...
talking about immigration. I'm actually going to make a video about how I got my work permit, because a lot of people are like, you got it so easy. You got it in like 2 hours.
That was really quick. But yeah, well, I guess, so for people that are students and don't have a permit, don't have a work permit, like they can, if it's on their permit, it should say that they have like, can work in a coffee shop on campus,
you can
or a bookstore. So as long as it's within that.
You can work anywhere as far as you have a study. When you're in school, your study permit also serves as a work permit. So you can you can work in like the mall.
Yeah, part time. Yeah. Part time.
I mean, I'm not going to work full time.
It shouldn't be.
But you can, you can.
Maybe.
Yeah, but like you can, obviously. It's just what I mean is people that don't go to school. Like, they just take one semester and they don't go back to school. And then they try to work and then hope that they turn, like, you shouldn't just do that. Like, if you know you can't, which is it's probably not the nicest thing to say, because a lot of people, some people come here for just better opportunities.
Yeah.
But if you know that you can't sustain yourself, maybe you should stay back.
Or just not, like, just wait another year. Save the money up first and then come.
Because when you come here, you go to school for 1 semester, and then you stop going to school, you start working, your work permit is about to expire, then you could probably just quickly register for the next semester, but you can drop it once you get your work permit, right? Mm-hmm. Once you get your study permit renewed. But like, how long do you want to do that for? I'll assure you that you're going to get that dream job that's going to get your work permit or your PR or something, or maybe you just want it so you can pay cheaper fees, not like international fees. At the end of the day, it's just a whole lot. Like, I always tell people, it's better to do things right. I hate immigration. Like, I just like doing things right. Did I once get my work permit? I was like so scared. I was just like, I have all my documents. I've never done anything.
But you got it all together.
Yeah.
You did it properly.
I did everything I was supposed to do. Like, I've been in the country legally. I've never had any issue, because you just don't want to do it. Like, it might have worked out for everybody, and the one time you decide to do it, that's not gonna work.
And the other thing is, you don't want to ruin your chances. Because exactly. Because if you blow it, then you may not be coming back.
Yeah, which is the ultimate goal.
Yeah, exactly. If your goal is to stay and work and find a career, then exactly. Might as well do it by the book.
Yeah. So I guess that answers your question. Oh, talking about fun, I think Vancouver is not a city where everybody finds their people. So I mean, if you're Nigerian, Kenyan, Jamaican, Brazilian, you probably don't have that much of like a bigger community compared to living in like Toronto. But do I think that if you're a classical music type of girl, hip hop, R&B type of girl, whatever it is, do I feel like you're gonna find like something doing very great? Yes, like all the clubs on the street on like Granville, or even like when you go to like Main Street or other places, they have different things for different types of people. And even in Roche's Arena, you just don't have like hip hop artists coming, like you have like a diverse group of people that come to perform. So I think it's a very fun city. It's a city where you can like grow as a person when it comes to being creative, because a lot of people think that the ultimate goal to being creative and to make it's all in Toronto. I don't think so. So it's already saturated. So Vancouver is like, there are people, but there aren't as many. So it's a place where you can discover yourself. It's clean, the weather is always good. And there are all these things like on Main Street, there's like murals and there's
always fun projects.
There are always things going on. So I think it's honestly a beautiful city. I would say if you're an international student, Vancouver is a pretty good place to come to first in Canada. I think it's less of it's not too much in your face. But then you might not find a lot of people that look at you, that look like you. Like
we're definitely. I mean, I can't compare to Toronto because it's been so long. But like we are seen as a pretty diverse city. But like you said, we don't have as many people as Toronto.
I mean, if you're Indian, you could have found a lot of your people.
Okay, we've got some populations.
If you're Chinese, you're gonna find a lot of your people. If you're Russian, but when you come to like being black.
There's not the hugest.
Toronto
has a larger population in general, so you're going to have a better chance.
But if you're Indian, oh god, my school was like 90% Indian.
There you go.
So if you're Indian, you're going to find a lot of Mandarin thing. That's
learn another language while you're just going to school to learn English too.
That's always there you go. So their name is always like Mandarin or like Sing.
Yeah, a lot also like shorten them though. As well, like so a lot. You'll notice like people here will shorten their names just to try and make it easier. I guess.
Right. Yeah, I guess.
I don't know. Keep it.
It's a very. I think it's a good city. If no matter, especially when it comes to being creative, I think Vancouver is a city for you. Like honestly.
Yeah, it's a big creative. I don't know. There's schools for film and everything like that you just don't find anywhere else.
When it comes to school, there's like Vancouver Arts Institute, there's Vancouver Film School. Yeah. It's a good place for being a creative.
Emily Carr. Yeah,
there's a lot. Also there's UBC, which is like like a very good school. SFU. So I know you. But I think it's a good season. So I hope I kind of answered all your questions. I love it here. I don't regret moving. I'm very much at peace in this place, and people can be that bad. Like I just met Britta.
Yeah. See, we were strangers like a month ago.
Yeah, exactly.
So you never know. I think like you have to sort of get us to come out of our shell a little bit. But that's all.
Exactly. You have to just. No one is going to talk to you
unless you talk.
If you go, but if you go and talk to them, people are actually really nice. Like, I told you the security guards at the park are like.
Yeah. So you just have to kind of make
pictures. They're pretty nice.
Be willing to take the first step, and you'll do.
You just take the first step. That's it. Because you're not going to find a lot of people that look like you, so you have to make the first step to meet someone that doesn't look like you. And for me, I feel like that was the ultimate goal coming to another country anyway. I didn't like.
Yeah, you also don't.
I didn't want to meet. I didn't want to meet a lot of Nigerians. Like I want to meet a lot of people, and I do have like a diverse. Like I have like Persian friends, I have Russian friends, I have Canadian friends.
Yeah, it's good, especially like if you're new to Vancouver and you want to experience Vancouver. Then it's good to meet people from all over.
Yeah. Definitely. It is. So that's it. I've answered your questions. If you guys have any other thing you want to talk about in Vancouver, how like being a blogger is, because I'm new in Vancouver and I've been to a couple of like blogging events. So if
we need to get you to go to more. We'll go to more.
Go to more. But if you want us to just talk more about like how it is being a blogger, just any other thing you find about Vancouver, send us your questions and we'll try to answer as much as we can. I will link Britta's personal Instagram.
Perfect.
She's not started a YouTube channel yet. She's supposed to start, but she's not started.
To come.
But I will link every other thing. She doesn't use You don't use social media that much. Your social media, you use more of your company's.
I do social media for work as well. So I do have my own. I'm not like as on top of it as most people.
She acts like she posts like maybe 3 times a week.
Yeah. But so like not bad.
Yeah.
But I'm not on it every
she's
day.
not on it during the day. She's on it from 9 p.m. to midnight.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. After work is over.
Yeah. So, and because she works for like companies that do PR, like social media and things like that. So she's always on their own social media, and that's why she's not on hers. But still, she has like a lot of connections. She knows a lot of people from CC.
You're meeting some of them one by one.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's I've loved it, yeah.
Yay! She's staying.
I'm going strong.
We've convinced her to stay.
7 weeks strong.
Yeah, that's true.
It's been 7 weeks today. So,
all right.
Yeah, and I settled in fine. So yeah, that's it. Another thing is living on the West Coast. Oh, your packages are gonna take forever to come than living on the East Coast.
Yeah.
Let me just tell you.
Although the nice thing about Vancouver is that we are super close to the U.S. border. So if you have a P.O. box in the States, like just across the border, a lot of people do that here. And so you just go down, get some cheap groceries, maybe some cheap booze, and you know, you can even make a week on it if you want, but it's really, you can do it as a day trip, and then you pick up your parcels.
Vancouver is actually the only city that I know that has about 5 borders, because when I was looking for borders to go down a list
a lot of them.
And like going from like Ottawa to like a border is like just one.
Yeah, Ambassador Bridge is over
that goes to like New York.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's one.
So yeah, but like your packages do still take forever to come, which is annoying.
Everything goes through Toronto first.
Yeah, everything goes through Toronto first. So that's the only downside for me, because I'm like, I need clothes to wear.
Yeah.
But other than that,
but small things.
It's okay. It's a good city. I love it here, and I'm not just being biased about like anything like.
Yeah, well, you've got experience on both coasts.
Yeah, I've experienced both coasts. Yeah. I've lived on the East Coast more than I've lived on the West Coast anyway.
Yeah.
So, yeah. That's it. Guys, and now we can have the wine. Let's chill or go out and chill. I don't know.
Oh. You can't even tell. It just seems so dark right now, but I guess it's also the...
it's like 6 o'clock though. Because your phone has been going off if you get notifications on Instagram.
Yeah, it's because, again, when we said I was doing social media for work and for me, so...
Ooh, let's make a boomerang so they know the way.
Okay. Whoop!
What was that?
I don't know what that is.
Oh, wait, I can't...
Want me to do it on my side? It's not even like I have that long arms, but I always seem to be the one that does the boomerangs. Okay, ready?
Mm-hmm.
And 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
There you go.
So that's it. Bye, guys. Bye, guys. Oh my god.
This is where they all say bye now.
Bye. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share. Oh god, did I forget that?
Okay.
I'm not a real
YouTuber. Cut, and then you can do this. There you go.
Okay. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Oh, another thing I find is, sorry to say, doing your nails in Vancouver is more expensive.
I'm
not gonna lie.
The list just keeps going on. It goes on and on.
I do like
the list of all the things that are expensive in Vancouver.
Okay. Do I find more talented people here? Yes, I do.
Oh.
I had a very limited option in Ottawa.
Interesting.
I think I paid about maybe 90-100 is the highest I've paid in Ottawa. Maybe
9100?
No, $90 on
okay. 9100.
No, but in Vancouver, my last nail was like 130, and I was like, what?
Wow.
Yeah. So I think it's more expensive to get nails in Vancouver than it is in. But guess what? The tax is cheaper in Vancouver than it is in Ottawa. Actually.
Is it really?
Yeah, 1% is 12% here and it's 13% there.
Oh, interesting.
It's something.
Yeah, I mean, it adds up in
when I came in October and I got something and I went to like exchange it.
Yeah.
In Ottawa, they gave me like $1 back.
Oh, that's weird. Interesting. Yeah, no, definitely it's name something and it's probably more expensive the way it is.
Yeah.
And then alcohol compared to like Alberta or something, yeah.
Oh, this was given to me by my friend.
It's good.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I don't drink though, but
It's
I'm a
like
drinker.
it's like the cheaper wine that's actually good. You know, like there's always good ones to have where it's like a cheaper bottle, but you're like, I'm getting this because I know it's not crap.
Yesterday.
Well, doing it last night.
Sunday.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh dear. Yeah. I haven't been drinking much either yet because I've been sick lately. So.
We need to cut this because we're just going on.
Oh yeah, no, I think you're just gonna like.
Bye.